A $4,000 repair bill. No warning light, no strange noise beforehand. Just a transmission that stopped working on a Tuesday morning because of something the owner had been doing since the day they drove off the lot. We are not talking about skipping a service. We are not talking about racing the car or towing beyond its limit. We are talking about everyday habits, things that feel completely harmless, that are silently destroying the automatic transmission inside your Kia right now. Most of these mistakes do not show up for 1 year, 2 years, sometimes 3. By the time the symptoms appear, the damage is already done. Stay with this video, because what you are about to learn could be the difference between a transmission that lasts 200,000 miles and one that fails before the warranty expires. Mistake number 1. Shifting into park before the car fully stops. Picture a busy parking lot. You are pulling into a space, the car is still rolling at about 2 or 3 miles per hour, and you move the gear selector into park a half second before the vehicle comes to a complete stop. You have probably done this hundreds of times. It feels like nothing, it sounds like nothing, but inside your transmission, it is doing something very specific and very damaging. When you shift a moving vehicle into park, a metal component called the parking pal drops into a notched ring in the transmission to lock the output shaft. The problem is that the vehicle's momentum, even at crawling speed, is still trying to push the drivetrain forward. The parking pal absorbs that force in a single sharp impact rather than the brake system absorbing it gradually. Over dozens and eventually hundreds of repetitions, that impact chips, bends, and eventually fractures the parking pal or its notched ring. When it fails completely, the gear selector moves to park and the car does not stay stationary. That is not a minor repair. The fix is so simple, it almost feels embarrassing. Come to a full, complete stop using your brake pedal. Hold the brake, then shift into park. Then apply the parking brake if you are on any kind of incline. That sequence, stop, shift, brake, costs you literally 1 extra second and preserves one of the most expensive components in your entire drivetrain. On Kia's dual-clutch DCT transmissions, found in models like the Forte and K5, this matters even more because the internal architecture is less forgiving of impact loading than a traditional torque converter automatic. Mistake number 2. Using drive to rock out of snow or mud. It is winter. Your Kia is stuck in a snowdrift in your own driveway. You shift into drive, give it some throttle, feel the wheels spin uselessly. Then shift into reverse. Try again. Back to drive, reverse drive. Rocking the car repeatedly, trying to build momentum. It is a technique that has been around since automatic transmissions existed, and it is one of the fastest ways to shorten your transmission's life significantly. Every time you switch between drive and reverse, while the drivetrain is still spinning or moving, the transmission's internal clutch packs are forced to engage against momentum going in the opposite direction. Each engagement under those conditions generates heat and mechanical stress that would not exist under normal gear changes. On Kia's 6-speed automatic, common in the Sportage, Sorento, and Telluride, the clutch packs can handle a significant amount of normal thermal load, but repeated reverse under momentum engagement pushes fluid temperature into a range where the fluid begins to lose its lubricating properties. Hot fluid becomes thin fluid. Thin fluid means metal-on-metal contact in places that were designed never to experience it. The right approach when stuck is to disable traction control, use slow and steady throttle input, and allow the weight transfer of the vehicle to do the work rather than drivetrain shock. If the car cannot free itself with a single, controlled attempt in each direction, the answer is a tow, not another 10 minutes of gear rocking that will cost you far more than whatever the tow truck charges. Patience in that moment is the cheapest transmission service you will ever perform. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the transmission fluid interval. Here is a sentence that has destroyed more automatic transmissions than almost any mechanical failure. The owner's manual says lifetime fluid. Kia, like most manufacturers, lists certain transmissions as having fluid that does not require a scheduled change under normal operating conditions. A staggering number of owners read that and hear never. Those two words do not mean the same thing, and confusing them is an expensive mistake. Transmission fluid does 4 jobs simultaneously. It lubricates moving parts, transfers hydraulic pressure to engage gear changes, carries heat away from the clutch packs, and suspends debris and metal particles that result from normal wear so they can be captured by the filter. Over time and mileage, the fluid's additive package degrades. Its viscosity changes. Its ability to hold particles in suspension decreases. At some point, The fluid that was protecting your transmission starts working against it, carrying abrasive particles through the hydraulic system, rather than safely away from critical components. For most Kia automatic transmissions operating in real-world conditions, which include stop-and-go traffic, temperature extremes, occasional towing, and anything other than perfectly smooth highway cruising, an interval of 60 to 80,000 miles for a fluid check, and likely a change is a far safer approach than waiting for a warning sign that may never come before the damage does. The cost of a transmission fluid service at a reputable shop runs between $150 and $300 depending on your model. The cost of a rebuilt or replacement transmission in a Telluride or Sorento runs between $3,000 and $5,000. The math on preventive maintenance is not complicated. There is also a color and smell test any owner can perform themselves without tools or technical knowledge. Healthy transmission fluid is a translucent red or pink color and has a faintly sweet, slightly oily smell. Fluid that has been thermally degraded turns brown, then dark brown, and eventually nearly black. It develops a burned smell that is distinct and unmistakable once you know what you are looking for. If you pull the transmission dipstick on a Kia model that has one, many newer models have sealed units that require a lift and a drain plug check, and the fluid you see is dark brown or smells burned, do not wait for the next scheduled interval. Book a fluid change that week. Degraded fluid that continues to circulate through the valve body and clutch packs is doing active damage with every mile you drive on it. Mistake number 4, resting your hand on the gear selector while driving. This one is going to feel personal because a lot of drivers do it without even realizing. You are cruising on the highway, relaxed, one hand on the wheel, and your other hand is resting lightly on the gear selector. Not shifting, just resting. It is a posture habit, nothing more. But in a traditional automatic transmission with a physical shift linkage connected to the selector, the weight and pressure of your hand is being transmitted directly to the valve body inside the transmission. The valve body is the hydraulic brain of your automatic transmission. It contains a series of passages, valves, and solenoids that direct fluid pressure to engage the correct gear at the correct moment. The transmission is designed to position these valves using specific hydraulic inputs. When external physical pressure is applied through the shift linkage, even very light, resting pressure, it can cause the valve body components to sit slightly off their designed position. Over time, this contributes to irregular gear engagement, early shifting, hunting between gears, and premature wear on the valve body itself. If you have the newer Kia models with an electronic gear selector, a rotary dial like the one in the Telluride or the button-type selector in the EV6, this specific issue does not apply to you because there is no mechanical linkage for your hand pressure to affect. But if you are driving a Sportage, Sorento, or K5 with a traditional lever-style selector, keep your hand on the wheel and off the shifter when you are not actively changing gears. It costs nothing and protects a component that is expensive and time-consuming to diagnose and replace. If this content is saving you money, and it should be, subscribe to the channel right now. We do this level of detailed, practical ownership content for every major Kia model, and we are putting out new videos every week. Hit subscribe before you forget, because the next one might be just as important as this one. Mistake number 5, launching hard. From a cold start. Winter morning, you have somewhere to be. You start the car, let it warm up for approximately 20 seconds because you can see the engine temperature starting to rise, and then you pull out of the driveway with confidence. 30 seconds later, you're at the end of the street, and you give the car a hard acceleration onto the main road. This exact sequence plays out every cold morning for thousands of Kia owners, and it is damaging the transmission in a way that compounds with every repetition. Transmission fluid, like engine oil, thickens when cold. At full operating temperature, it flows freely through the narrow passages in the valve body, lubricates the clutch packs under load, and dissipates heat efficiently. When the fluid is cold and thick, it moves more slowly through those passages, it does not distribute as evenly across the clutch surfaces, and it cannot carry heat away as effectively. Demanding full acceleration from a cold transmission means the clutch packs are engaging under load with inadequate lubrication and inadequate cooling simultaneously. Modern Kia transmissions warm up faster than older designs, but faster is not the same as instant. The first 3 to 5 minutes of driving after a cold start should involve gentle acceleration, moderate speeds, and early upshifts. Essentially, driving as though you are in a school zone. That light-duty warm-up period allows the fluid to reach a workable temperature and viscosity before you ask the transmission to handle real load. On turbocharged Kia models like the K5 2.5T and the Sportage 1.6T, the turbo itself needs this warm-up time as well. So the habit protects two major systems simultaneously with zero additional effort. One thing worth clarifying here, because it comes up often, idling the car in the driveway for 5 minutes before driving is not the same as a proper warm-up. And for transmission health, it is actually the less effective approach. The transmission reaches operating temperature through the friction and load of actual driving, not from sitting stationary. An engine idling in park is warming up the engine oil and coolant, but the transmission fluid circulates very little load during idle. Gentle driving, pulling out slowly, accelerating softly, letting the gearbox shift through its full range at low loads, is what genuinely brings the transmission up to temperature. Idle warm-up feels conscientious. Gentle driving warm-up is what actually works. Mistake number 6. Towing beyond rated capacity, even once. You borrow a friend's trailer for a weekend. You know your Kia's tow rating. The trailer is loaded to just over that rating, but only by a few hundred pounds, and it is just a short trip on relatively flat roads. You figure it is a one-time thing, and the rating probably has a built-in safety buffer anyway. This is the reasoning that has put more than one Kia Telluride or Sorento into a transmission repair situation that the owner was completely unprepared for. Tow ratings are not arbitrary conservative estimates padded for liability. They are engineering limits set at the point where sustained load, operating temperature, and component stress intersect at the edge of acceptable long-term function. Exceeding that limit, even briefly, pushes the transmission into a thermal range it was not designed to sustain. The torque converter, which transfers power from the engine to the transmission on non-DCT models, generates enormous heat under sustained towing load. The cooling system for the transmission, typically a heat exchanger integrated with the engine cooling circuit, has a maximum thermal throughput that matches the rated towing capacity. Add more weight, and you exceed that throughput. The damage from a single overload towing event may not be immediately obvious. What you are likely doing is cooking the transmission fluid beyond its thermal tolerance for the duration of that trip, which permanently degrades its additive package in a way that no subsequent fluid change fully corrects. The transmission will likely continue to function after that event, but its remaining service life has been shortened in a way that no diagnostic tool will flag until it is too late. Respect the number in the owner's manual. If the job requires more, rent a vehicle rated for it. Mistake number 7. Ignoring a shudder, slip, or hesitation. Your Kia shifts a little oddly between second and third gear. It has done it 3 times this week, but never consistently. Sometimes the shift is perfectly smooth, and other times there is a brief shudder, or a moment where the engine revs slightly before the gear catches. You figure it is probably nothing serious. You will mention it next time you are in for an oil change. That decision to wait is the most expensive decision you will make in your ownership of that vehicle. A shudder, slip, or hesitation during a gear change is never random noise. It is a symptom with a cause, and the cause is always progressive. The most common sources are degraded transmission fluid, a solenoid that is beginning to fail, clutch pack material that is wearing beyond its design tolerance, or a torque converter that is showing early signs of lockup failure. Every single one of those causes is more affordable to address at the first symptom than it will be after 3 more months of driving. Kia's warranty coverage, the 5-year 60,000-mile powertrain warranty on new vehicles, means that for a significant portion of owners, a transmission shudder diagnosed early is a warranty repair at no cost. A transmission shudder ignored until the transmission is no longer functioning is a negotiation about what the warranty does and does not cover, conducted under far less favorable circumstances. The moment your Kia shifts oddly more than once, book a dealer appointment and describe exactly what you felt, what gear range it occurred in, what speed you were traveling, and whether it was a cold start or a warmed-up condition. That level of detail helps a technician find the problem quickly. Vague descriptions lead to inconclusive diagnostics and wasted return visits. The bottom line: your Kia's automatic transmission is one of the most sophisticated and most expensive components in the entire vehicle. It is also one of the most resilient. When it is treated correctly, every mistake in this video is something the transmission can absorb once or twice without visible consequence. The problem is that none of these are one-time events. They are habits, and habits repeated over months and years are what turn a transmission that was built to last the life of the vehicle into one that fails at 80,000 miles, while the rest of the car still has years of useful life ahead of it. Stop shifting into park before the vehicle is fully stopped. Stop rocking the car in snow and mud with rapid gear changes. Do not let lifetime fluid fool you into believing the transmission never needs attention. Keep your hand off the gear selector on the highway. Give the car a genuine warm-up on cold mornings before you demand hard acceleration. Respect the tow rating without exception. And the moment you feel anything unusual in a gear change, address it immediately rather than waiting for the symptom to become a failure. These are not complicated disciplines. They are small, consistent habits that cost nothing but a little attention. And they are the difference between a transmission you never think about and a repair bill that changes your month. The owners who get 200,000 miles out of a Kia automatic transmission are not driving a better car than anyone else. They are just doing a handful of simple things correctly, consistently from the beginning. Now you know exactly what those things are. Subscribe to the channel for more ownership content exactly like this, covering every system in every Kia model. Comment below and tell us what transmission symptom you have noticed in your Kia. We may cover it in a dedicated video. See you in the next one.